Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 2 of my MLB The Show 23 franchise with the Washington Nationals. Moved them to Connecticut. Now we're the Hartford Whalers. It is opening day. Spring training is over. It's time to finally play some baseball with this team. I'm going to take you through the opening day roster, look at the AAA assignments, AA assignments, Class A, go over the budget, go over the coaching staff, the lineups, the rotation, everything we have coming up, and we'll get right into things and play 3 games this episode. We're going to play a full game against Spencer Strider and the Atlanta Braves on opening day, and then we're going to play player locks with Josiah Gray, do his full start against the Braves on Saturday, and then we're going to play as the offense with Trevor Williams on the mound for the Whalers at home against the Braves, and that's going to be it for playing with the Major League roster. Then we're going to sim around, I think it's around here, to the opening day for minor league baseball, and then we're going to play a few games with James Wood, player locked. He's our top prospect. Get some games in with him, and then we're going to sim to some point here in the middle of May, and that's where we're going to start off next episode. But let's get things started off and show you the roster and what we've done with it. So we actually signed some more free agents in between the beginning of spring training and now. One of them, we just had to fill up some roster spots, and there were some guys that were worth taking on. Honus Cosmo, 69 potential, 21-year-old relief pitcher, signed him on a minor league deal because he has 79 Ks per 9, and he looks like a solid relief pitcher that can, maybe get up to a 69, and if his Ks per 9 are that good and he starts striking out a bunch of dudes in the minors, his overall might go up pretty quickly. And then we went and got a starting pitcher to put in the minor leagues, Jae Bong from South Korea, 5'11", 211 pounds. He's 20 years old. He's got 78 potential. He's 61 overall, and he's got a nice slow curveball, a nice slow circle change. He's got a good 4-pitch mix, and he looks like he could potentially be really good someday. Who knows? He's 20 years old, so he's got plenty of time to grow. Oh, and we also released Paolo Espino, and we released Thad Ward. But if you missed how we're doing things, last episode I completely gutted the roster. I got rid of all players over 70 overall, traded them away for players under 70 overall who had higher potential, who were a little bit younger. A place to start and grow for a new franchise, kind of like a fresh, clean slate. But we got to keep one player over 70 overall. He's our franchise piece. It's Mackenzie Gore, and we re-signed him to a 7-year, $48 million deal, which ends up being $9.2 million a year in 2030. But only next year he'll be making under $5 million, so it's a very good contract that he'll grow into. Now let's look at the Major League roster. We decided to go with 6 starting pitchers. Vince Velasquez is going to be our 5th starter. Chad Kuhl is going to start out as a long reliever in the bullpen. And here's the rest of the guys. Bullpen, this is what we're going with. Hunter Harvey's going to start in AAA. We had to get rid of one relief pitcher to put in AAA just to start the year. If he has a good start in AAA, we'll probably bring him up for who's doing the worst of this bunch. But this is our relief pitcher squad. Tanner Rainey is in the bullpen as a closer. I didn't change Matt Barnes' position to a closer, even though he's going to be the closer, because that puts his overall over 70 for some reason. And then catcher, we just got Keibert Ruiz because we got Williams Astudillo. He's our backup catcher and our backup platoon player and our vibes off of the bench. Juan Yepes at first base, Luis Garcia, D. Strange Gordon made the Major League roster, Michael Chavis, Ildemaro Vargas was close to making the Major League roster but did not. C.J. Abrams made it, Jeter Downs did not. Alex Call, I do not want to start in the major leagues. I want him to crush it in the minors, hopefully get up a little bit overall, and eventually when we get to the first-year player draft, he's one of the guys I want to trade for a better shortstop than C.J. Abrams. I just don't like him as a player. He's not a good fielder. Yes, he's fast, but he only hits righties well, which I don't love. So hopefully we can get a dynamite shortstop with a guy like Alex Call and C.J. Abrams paired together. But in the major leagues, Corey Dickerson's probably going to be our starting left fielder on opening day against a righty. Against a lefty, we might mix it up, but Yadiel Hernandez, for a guy who's a 66 overall, he's got very good hitting stats. He's going to be great in the sim, hopefully. But in-game, great vision, really good contact, and balanced stats all around. He just can't field, so it's a good thing we have a DH. Matt Vierling starting in the major leagues. Victor Robles is starting in the major leagues. He's probably going to be that guy that starts for Corey Dickerson against lefties, and then Corey Dickerson goes to the bench. And then we've got more outfielders in the major leagues. Oscar Colas is going to be our starting right fielder, and Alberto Madrid made the roster. I really just want to start him on the bench and see how he does in the Sims. If he starts to play well, I may start putting him as a platoon in against lefties instead of Victor Robles. That may happen very quickly. We're going to find out. And then a quick look at the budget here. You look at the contracts we have. Matt Barnes is the highest paid player on the roster, making $9.3 million. We have a player salary budget right now of $64.7 million, which is insanely low. We're going to bring in plenty of money and be able to pay some players in the offseason for sure. We're not going to break the bank on a player in the first offseason, but definitely build up some positions that we're going to need help with, hopefully some pitching. And then we head in here, we look at the contracts, we look at our coaches. We fired Dave Martinez. He was a terrible looking coach. I think he had D attributes. It was bad. So Tim Hernandez is the manager of the Hartford Whalers for this year and for the next 3 years. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to develop this roster. It's not a good one, but all he has to do is player development. Hitting coach, one of the best names I could find, Hal Hall. A attributes, same as Tim Anderson. He is a dude. He just can't really teach plate discipline, swing at everything, make contact, bunt, and be clutch. That's Hal Hall's rules. Ronald Bowser, great name. He's our pitching coach. B. Samuel Cho, nothing bad about him. He's very good at getting our players to run fast, apparently. A attribute grade. Gary DeSarcina is the one white coach on this coaching staff. He's got a B attribute grade. Doesn't teach speed. That's okay. That's Samuel Cho's job. And the farm director is Thomas Beavers. Durability's down too. We just got a little tired after we play games. All in all, this is a very good coaching staff, though. Great chance for our players to develop, even though they are not great. But alright, it is time. Opening day is upon us. Mackenzie Gore is on the mound. Spencer Strider takes the hill for the Braves. It's time we played a little Hartford Whalers baseball here. 55-107 last year. Are we going to be any better than this awful Nationals team was last year? But take a look there at Travelers Park for the first time. Here's your opening day lineup. Matt Vierling starts and bats first in center field against the righty. Luis Garcia bats second. Juan Yepes, our 3-hitter, batting third. Yadiel Hernandez, DH, batting fourth. Keibert Ruiz does the catching for Mackenzie Gore, batting fifth. Corey Dickerson in left field bats sixth. Oscar Colas batting seventh and right. Michael Chavis, the Ice Horse, batting eighth, playing third. And rounding out the order, CJ Abrams, 68 overall shortstop, bats ninth. D. Strange Gordon, Victor Robles, Williams Astudillo, and Alberto Madrid make up the bench. That is your opening day lineup for the Hartford Whalers. Let's get underway. Opening day baseball here in Hartford, Connecticut. Travelers Park is the site for this inaugural game in the history of the Hartford Whalers baseball franchise. The stadium is absolutely packed. It's a gorgeous day here in central Connecticut. And the Hartford Whalers take on a perennial World Series contender, the Atlanta Braves. But today is all about that team in green and blue. Connecticut's very own professional sports franchise. Where is Tim Hernandez going? What is in store for this Hartford Whalers team this year? The franchise has absolutely restarted, gutting the roster. Will it be enough? What are we going to see from this team? First pitch of the season, Mackenzie Gore stares down Michael Harris. And we are underway. One pitch down, many to go, and the Hartford Whalers are officially a Major League Baseball franchise. Fly ball into center, Luis Garcia tracks it, makes a nice catch, and we are underway. There's the lineup for the Braves, one of the best lineups in all of baseball. This lineup is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. Definitely going to be a difficult task for Mackenzie Gore out there today. Full count here to Vaughn Grissom. Mackenzie Gore stares down Keibert Ruiz, fires, strike three called. Top of the strike zone, Vaughn Grissom is caught window shopping. First strikeout of the season for Mackenzie Gore, and a great punch out from the man in black. And now Ronald Acuna, one of the most feared hitters in this entire lineup. Nice slider there from Mackenzie Gore, and he's got Ronald Acuna at an 0-2 count here with 2 outs in the first inning. And he gets him to go. Strike three. Mackenzie Gore strikes out 2 to 3 batters. He faces, sets him down in order, and up come the Hartford Whalers to the plate. Spencer Strider on the hill. Strikeouts out the wazoo for Spencer. Number 99, the mustache. Now, I haven't played this game in a while. I've been setting up this franchise, doing a lot of menu stuff, so it may take some time to get used to the hitting again. Oh, and Matt Vierling pieces one right at the shortstop. Nice play there by Arcia, and Matt Vierling is retired to start the bottom of the first. Luis Garcia sends one to center. Going back is Acuna. Going back is Michael Harris. He makes the catch out by the wall there in center. Ground ball to second base. A little bit late on the slider. And Yepes is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Whalers as well. No hits in this ball game yet. No score after 1. Gore has Matt Olson in an 0-2 count to start the second inning here. Throws a slider away, and Olson takes it the other way for the first hit of the ball game. And Austin Riley on a 3-0 count sends one to right field. Back-to-back hits to start the inning for the Braves. Gore has d'Arnaud 2-2 here. Here's the pitch. Changeup. Rolled to Chavis. He could have maybe tagged the runner. Takes the safe play and throws to first. Now they're going to have second and third and one out here. Ozzie Albies stepping up to the plate for Atlanta. And Albies grounds one to Luis Garcia. The infield was back, and the Whalers are going to surrender a run here. Braves go up 1-0. And Mackenzie Gore has Marcell Ozuna in a 1-2 hole here. With 2 outs in the second inning. Nice curveball. Strike 3. Mackenzie Gore with his third strikeout of the ball game. 1-0 Braves here, though. They do get 1 run on 2 hits. 2 outs in the second. Strider making easy work of these Whalers so far. And Dickerson lines one into right field right at Acuna. And that's going to be the inning. Some good hard contact, but nothing to show for it. 8 hitters up, 8 hitters down for the Whalers so far. Strider kicks and deals. Abram flies one to left field. Ozuna is there. We're through 3, and the Whalers have not recorded a hit yet against the Braves ace. Gore fires, and Acuna drives one to left field. Dickerson going back at the wall. That ball is out of here. Ronald Acuna Jr. opens his account for home runs on the season here at Travelers Park. It is now 2-0 Braves here. Fastball was trying to get it on the inside half, and it just hung right over the center of the plate. Easy for Ronald Acuna to just drive that one, and he does. 3-2, full count here with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Mackenzie Gore kicks and fires. Strike 3! Travis d'Arnaud set down. But Ronald Acuna gets the Braves a 2-0 lead with his dinger. Whalers have got to get something going here. How about their leadoff hitter, Matt Vierling, against Spencer Strider? Ground ball here towards shortstop. Arcia on to first, and it's off target. Vierling's going to be on. Is it a hit or is it an error? It is an error on Orlando Arcia, but a base runner for the Whalers. And Vierling with that blistering speed is on first base here with Luis Garcia up and no outs. Strider has Garcia 0-1, and Vierling's on the move. And Matt Vierling has stolen second base. If there's one thing the Whalers have, it is speed, and they are going to be aggressive with that speed this year. You make any mistake, they're going to be taking a base. Here's the 0-2 to Luis Garcia, who drives one deep into center field. That ball is crushed. Michael Harris is looking up. That ball is out of here. Luis Garcia ties it up. A 402-foot blast. The first home run in the history of Travelers Park and in the history of the Hartford Whalers baseball franchise. We are tied up here. And now here's Keibert, who takes the fastball in the outside corner, takes it the opposite way, and Keibert Ruiz has given the Whalers the lead in opposite field. Jack Apo Taco for the Whalers catcher. Keibert Ruiz takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate, drives it the other way, and takes advantage of that fairly short porch down the left field line. Still a 364-foot shot, though. Oppo Taco, you love to see that. And Corey Dickerson waves at a slider inside, but the Whalers, on the strength of 2 home runs, Luis Garcia and Keibert Ruiz, give themselves the lead. They are winning. They're on opening day here in Hartford. Kenzie Gore pouring in the strikes here. Marcell Ozuna down 1-2. And here it is. Strike 3. A slider gets Ozuna waving, and Gore has his 5th strikeout here. Weak fly ball out towards Vierling. His speed comes in handy. He tracks that one down, and we're through 5. The Whalers are winning this baseball game, and their ace has settled down. He's looking confident out there with that new contract and all. Kicks and fires. Sliders drilled towards second base. And Colas is retired yet again, still searching for that first major league hit. Michael Harris is down 0-2 here to start the inning. And Mackenzie Gore fires it by him for his 6th punch out. But yeah, Tim Hernandez has to like what he's seen from Mackenzie Gore against a very good Braves lineup on opening day. The jitters have maybe been there a little bit, but in general, he has settled down when he's had to and retired some very good hitters. He's been very sharp so far. A 2-2 now. Strike 3 on the slider. Good mix of pitches, and he had Grissom off balance. That is 7 strikeouts for Mackenzie Gore now. Had Vaughn Grissom looking all kinds of silly up there. Let's go get Jason Foley loose, and I'm going to have Erasmo Ramirez start throwing. One of them is probably going to be the first guy out of the bullpen today for the Whalers. Matt Olson lines one at Chavis. Fires to first. And Mackenzie Gore's through 6. That is probably the end of the line there for him, and what a performance it was. Leading off for the Whalers in the 7th, we got the top of the order. Vierling grounds one towards second. Albies tracks on to first, and he is retired. Come on, Juan. There it is. First hit of the career for Juan Yepes in a Whalers uniform. Smokes a ground ball through the left side. Nice piece of hitting to turn on that 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Let's see if we can keep it going here, Yadi. Yadiel Hernandez down the line. Stay fair. It is fair. Into the corner goes Ozuna. They're going to send Yepes around the corner. Arcia has a cannon. And it's not in time. Juan Yepes gets around the tag. Yadiel Hernandez delivers an RBI double. Aggressive base running from the Whalers here, and they're up 4-2 at home here. Marcell Ozuna gets the ball in. The relay comes in, and look at how close this play was. The slide is, oh, so close. Oh! Dylan Lee's going to come in here for the Braves. That's enough for Spencer Strider here on opening day. The Whalers have knocked him out of the game. And Tim Hernandez is going to go to Jason Foley here, acquired in the deal that sent Joey Meneses to Detroit. And we got Matt Vierling, and we got Jason Foley, a reliever who went to Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut. Now he gets to play for the state of Connecticut's baseball team. And he retires Austin Riley on the first pitch. He's thrown. 1 down. Oh, and Ozzy Albies turns on it. That ball is going to leave the yard. Tie ball game here. Jason Foley leaves a sinker over the heart of the plate, and Ozzy Albies does not mistake. Just a missed location there. Sinker is up when that was supposed to be down, trying to get a double play ball, and Ozzy Albies crushes it. This is not the opening day spectacle a lot of you are thinking with all these low overalls. We got a 4-4 ball game in the 7th here. What more can you ask for? Foley, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gets 2 outs here. Good bounce back after the home run ball. And he gets him to fly out to first base. The Whalers are going to have to hit themselves back into this one. We are tied heading into the bottom of the 7th. And it would have been Corey Dickerson leading off the inning, but Tim Hernandez is turning to rookie sensation Alberto Madrid here to face the left-handed pitcher Dylan Lee. Let's see what Madrid's got in store. Lee fires the 0-2, and Madrid grounds it down the line for his first major league hit. On an 0-2 count, he just stays alive, grounds one down the line, it stays fair, and Alberto Madrid has his first major league hit here for the Hartford Whalers. Keep that baseball, baby. And now we've got some electric speed on first base. We're going to try to send Madrid on the first pitch here. Colas is going to take it, and Madrid is wheeling down towards second base. The Whalers' second stolen base of the game. And man, is he fast. Alberto Madrid impressing early here on opening day. Michael Chavis takes the slider the other way. Ronald Acuna has a cannon, but they're sending Madrid. He's safe. Gets around the tag again. Some more aggressive base running from the Whalers, and Michael Chavis has given Hartford the lead here. Look at this aggression. Great throw from Acuna, but the tag was not in time. The speed of Madrid was just too much. Now CJ Abrams to hit. He's going to lay down a bunt, and that is an absolute peach. It's a base hit for the speed demon shortstop. And the ball is popped towards the middle of the infield, barehanded. On to second for one. They're not going to get two with Veerling speed. And we're going to have first and third with 2 outs here. The 1-1 here from Dylan Lee. Change up. Rolled over. And that's going to do it for the inning here. But the Whalers get a run back immediately. Michael Chavis taking the slider to the opposite field. And the aggressive base running of Alberto Madrid pays off. Speed kills, baby. We're going to bring in the bearded wonder, Sean Doolittle, 36 years young, only 5 1/3 innings last year for Sean Doolittle, but he is set to face the top of the order here for the Atlanta Braves. And Doolittle gets Harris to fly out towards Madrid, and the man named after a city in Spain fields the first out of the inning. Sean Doolittle, a veteran of the game, has Vaughn Grisham in an 0-2 hole here. Splitter! See you later! 2 down! This is the matchup everybody wants to see. 1-run game. Ronald Acuna can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. But he swings and misses there at the fastball. Up and in. Old Specs on the mound. Sean Doolittle looking to retire Ronald Acuna. Slider misses low. The 2-2. 2 outs in the 8th. Slider fouled off. Does the veteran have in store for the young star? Splitter fouled off again. The bearded lefty fires. Another foul ball off into the stands. Doolittle kicks, fires. Splitter! Strike 3. We're through 8. Sean Doolittle has held a 1-run lead here. And we just have to get through 3 more outs on the mound, but 1 more chance to hit and give ourselves a little insurance. The Whalers are winning, baby! Yadiel Hernandez in here. Gets a fastball! Yadi! Goodbye, baseball! A moonshot for Yadiel Hernandez off of Colin McHugh. Absolutely crushed into the Hartford evening. What a blast. Giving the Whalers a 2-run lead here in the 8th. And here he is. Bringing the closer. Shut down Matt Barnes time. Fires it. Fly ball towards Madrid. Alberto settles into the purple glove for the first out of the inning. 0-2 here for Matt Barnes. And that's strike 3 called. Austin Riley caught looking. A nasty knuckle curve. And there's 2 outs here in the inning. 1 away from the first Whalers win in the history of this new relocated franchise. Matt Barnes. Ball 1. UConn grad, Matt Barnes, born in Danbury, Connecticut, to try to win a game for the Hartford Whalers, the first in the franchise's history. Fly ball, Luis Garcia tracks it down, and the Whalers win! Can you believe that? Matt Barnes with the save, Jason Foley with the win. The Whalers 6-4 victorious over the Atlanta Braves. Entertaining nonetheless. That is absolutely the case. And something I definitely wanted to point out is that I play on dynamic difficulty. That's what I've been doing. So this win was a credit to, figuring it out, hitting, getting some home runs from some players who maybe wouldn't have got it on All-Star, Hall of Fame difficulty, but still put in some really good at-bats. This team performed very well at the plate with some good stats like I thought they would, even though their overalls are low. They're specialty players, and we took advantage of some base running. Mackenzie Gore held in there for 6 innings, struck out 7, and that is on a high enough difficulty. I'm a better pitcher than I am a hitter in MLB The Show, so my hitting difficulty was a little bit lower, so I may raise that at some point as I play more games. I don't know if it's going to keep up with how well I want it to play overall-wise, difficulty-wise, but basically, we're going to feel it out. Right now, that was a whole lot of fun, and I think it was a victory well earned. We fought for that one. Doolittle with the hold, Barnes with the save. Whalers are 1-0, baby. Take a good look, take a screenshot of those standings right there. You will probably never see that for years to come. Those are a lot of good teams in that division, and we stand atop. 1 game in, we're undefeated, baby. Woo! I almost forgot to add, in this roster, I also signed Oliver Nolo. He was a free agent, and he's a 23-year-old with B potential who throws 97. Why would I not take a chance on him? Especially with that beard. Look at that thing. It's magnificent. Alright, we're here in Game 2. We're going to play with Josiah Gray only. We're going to player lock with him and pitch the whole game with Josiah Gray and let our offense do whatever our offense does against Max Fried. I don't know how well we match up against lefties. Probably worse than we do against righties. So here's the lineup for Game 2 against Max Fried. Matt Vierling leads off in center. Yadi Hernandez batting second and doing the DH, and Juan Yepes still batting third, first baseman. Michael Chavis against lefties, much better. He's going to play third and bat fourth. Keibert Ruiz still batting fifth, catching. Oscar Colas bats sixth, playing right. Victor Robles gets the start this game. He'll be in left field. CJ Abrams at shortstop batting eighth. And Luis Garcia, great contact hitter, is our double leadoff playing second base today against the lefty Max Fried. We are going to player lock as Josiah Gray and get things underway. So here's what happened. We won the game, which is insane. We're literally 2-0, and we're one of the worst rosters in the entire sport. But I loaded into the game, and Travelers Park was not working. It was not loading into the game, and I think it's probably because I was doing a player lock, so for some reason when it loaded in, Travelers Park wasn't the same as it would be. I don't actually know why it didn't work, but essentially I just decided to sim the whole game in thinking that I would just sim it, and that would be it, and then I could back out of the game and go back in and start the game over, but I forgot it auto-saves after the game, which I now remember I have to turn off, but essentially we simmed it, and we won in 11 innings. The Whalers won 6-5. Matt Vierling was 3 for 6. Juan Yepes was 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. I think he probably had a home run at that rate. No, Matt Vierling went yard. Matt Vierling. I think Matt Vierling hit for the cycle. Oh, he didn't get a double, but what a day for Matt Vierling out there for the Whalers. But what the hell were we thinking with the pitching? Josiah Gray went 5 2/3 innings and did okay. And then we brought in Chad Kuhl, who just went 5 1/3 innings as well. And we used, in 11 innings, we used 2 pitchers. What was our management thinking. Honestly, I don't know why I'm arguing with it. We're 2-0. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, here it is, post-game autosave. Usually I turn this off just in case something happens during the game or something happens like that where the field doesn't render in properly. But from now on, post-game autosave is going to be on, and we're going to play this next game here with the Whalers, and we're going to do what we said we were going to do. We're going to call it what it is, like it was a player lock for Josiah right last game, but we're going to play as just the offense here against Atlanta, and then we're going to sim all of the pitching and manage the game from that aspect and do none of the playing ourselves. So let's see if we can sweep the Atlanta Braves in the first series. I don't even know what's going on right here. We have to remember, this is the roster we're dealing with, guys. It's not a good one. And somehow, it's a winning one. All right, game 3 of the season. You know the lineup. You see it there. No changes from the first game of the season when we played. We're facing a righty. This is the lineup we're sending out against Kyle Wright. Let's get into it here at Travelers Park. Can the Whalers remain undefeated here? Wild. Absolutely wild. 2 games, 2 wins in the history of the franchise. Can we continue to make history? So we're going to go right into quick manage and fast forward through all of this. Fly out, ground out, and Matt Olson takes Trevor Williams deep. Austin Riley walks, single, and a pop-up, and that's how the first inning goes. So the Whalers are down 1-0 early anyways, and Matt Vierling steps in for the offense. Yepes fans at an inside sinker there, and that is the end of the first inning. Braves lead 1-0 here. And a walk, a strikeout, another walk. Vaughn Grisham comes up and triples. It's 3-0. Ronald Acuna flies out, but 3 runs in 2 innings for the Braves. Yadiel Hernandez down 0-2 here, hitting a cool .571 on the season so far. Incredible start for the 35-year-old designated hitter. And he's going to fly out here, maybe. And he does. Nice catch by Michael Harris. Here's the 2-2 to Corey Dickerson here. And that ball is smoked into center. Harris going back. He's going to track it and run it down. No hits for the Whalers through 2 innings here. It is 3-0 Braves. Austin Riley doubles, 2 outs, a walk, and a single gets another run home. Trevor Williams is struggling out there, gets through 3, 4 runs allowed. A lot of offense needed from the Whalers if we're going to get back into this one. Only 3 innings in. Oscar Colas rips one. Ozuna can't come up with it, and Colas is going to have himself a hit here. Nice piece of hitting to go the other way with the changeup. We're sending back out Trevor Williams, see if he can pick up where he left off by getting an out last inning. And Trevor Williams has 2 outs here, and Ronald Acuna does not care. 5-0. And Matt Olson flies out, but that is going to be the last we see of Trevor Williams. We're going to bring out a reliever next inning and hopefully just stay in this game, I guess. Juan Yepes, the 3-hitter. Yepes smokes that one into left field. First hit of the day for Yepes. And a fly ball into left field. Arcia's tracking. He'll make the catch. And that is 3 outs. Just 2 hits for the Whalers here. They're down 5-0 heading into the 5th. And it's going to be Erasmo Ramirez coming in for the Whalers here to start the 5th inning. Hopefully can eat up a couple innings for us here. There's 1 out. There's a strikeout. Single for d'Arnaud. A walk. And a ground out. Erasmo Ramirez gets through the inning with no runs allowed. Something Trevor Williams couldn't do through 4 innings pitched. Here is Corey Dickerson. And he lines out. Chavis drives that one into right center. Pretty deep. Acuna's chasing. He's going to get there up against that very tall wall in right field. And a 5 here. It is 5-0 Atlanta. Erasmo Ramirez is staying out there here for this inning. He gets Michael Harris to fly out, Von Grissom to fly out, and Ronald Acuna to fly out. 3 flyouts, and we're into the bottom of the 6th. Cionel Perez coming in for the Whalers here. The lefty, who has a good mix of a fastball slider and a good hard-moving sinker, but we're going to see what the quick managing does for him against Matt Olson here. Gets him to pop out. This is the tough one. Austin Riley gets him to ground out. Marcelo Zuna gets him to ground out. 3 batters up, 3 batters down. Good work from Cionel Perez, and now Juan Yepez leads off the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Wright has Yepez in an 0-2 hole. And the fastball is yanked down the left field line. Riley is there, 1 away. And Hebert Ruiz smokes one right out. Arcia, though, that's the 3rd out. Still no runs for the Whalers. Through 7, Kyle Wright tossing a gem here in Hartford. Alright, first sign of trouble for Cionel Perez. He's coming out. Alright, Cionel Perez is coming out. Jesus. Alright, we're going to bring in Mason Thompson here to replace Perez. Probably shouldn't have left him in there against a righty where he was unfavorable with the matchup. And Orlando Arcia singles. And a double play. And a pop-up. And now we can hit. There's a base knock. Corey Dickerson finds the right field grass. We got a leadoff runner on. Oh, and Michael Chavis gets all over that one. That might have a chance. It's off the wall in left center. All the way home comes Corey Dickerson. It's 6-1. The Ice Horse gives the Whalers their first run of the game. And here is C.J. Abrams. He floats one out into left field. That's going to get another run home. And excuse me, RBI for C.J. Abrams. Throws the bat out there, and it's 6-2. Abrams takes off. Right deals. Ball is thrown down to second, and he is gone. C.J. Abrams hosed by Travis d'Arnaud. What a throw. Veerling down on a 1-2 count. 2 outs in the 8th here. 4-run ball game. And there is strike 3. Chasing away. No discipline out of Matt Veerling. And we're just going to let Mason Thompson finish out the 9th here. Gets 1, gets 2, walks Matt Olson, and strikes out Austin Riley. Good work there from Mason Thompson. And then it'll be 2-3-4 to face Jesse Chavez here in the 9th. 4-run deficit for the Whalers. It is possible, but not probable. Hernandez up the middle. Albies collects on the 1st. And the Braves win this ball game. Their first of the season. The Whalers move to 2-1. Braves to 1-2. Very unexpected results in this series. Whalers bats were cold. They picked it up a little bit late in this game, but that is about what you could expect. 3-0 would have been insurmountable for a team like this. Very respectable series against a very, very good roster in the Braves. They take this one today, though. So now what I'm going to do, as you can see here, we are with the AA team, the Harrisburg Senators. Our AAA team is the Rochester Red Wings. We are the Hartford Whalers. But if you scroll over here, this is one of my favorite parts of MLB The Show. You could play with the minor league team. So we're going to play this opening series against Somerset here with James Wood. We're going to do all of his at-bats for this 3-game series as a prospect highlight here. He is our #1 prospect in the Whalers organization. We're going to sim the Whalers games, and we're going to see what happens with James Wood here. So let's get right into it. Opening day here in AA. And a chance to take a look at our #1 prospect in the Whalers organization. 6'7", 240 pound, playing right field today for the Harrisburg Senators, James Wood. Takes the first pitch he sees, chases it, grounds it to short, and he is out 0 for 1 on the day. James Wood was in the Padres organization. He's one of their top prospects, and now we have him here. And we are happy to have him. He drives that one deep in the center. It's into the gap. James Wood, that is a deep alley out there. He's going to go for 3, and he is going to get it easily. triple, 2 RBIs for the big man. The big fella delivers. And a hanging curveball, and Wood drives this one deep. It's out of here! What a day for James Wood, 2 for 3 with a big fly, his first of the season in Double-A in his first game. Gotta say, I love the addition of birds in MLB The Show this year. It really does make a difference. The batter's eye is a big thing, but to have birds out there just brings the game to life, you know? I don't really know what I'm talking about, but listen, it's the whole experience you get here in franchise. As Wood jams one out to left, and left fielder makes the catch to end the inning, or to end his at-bat. 2 for 4 on the day for James Wood. That's where he's going to end. Look at the birds! The birds are still there! They're above the coaches' heads. Oh man, I don't know what's going on in this game. And we're just going to keep picking it up. We're going to finish these 2 games here against Somerset. Let's get right into them. James Wood in a 1-2 hole here against Matt Sauer. Chases the changeup out of the strike zone, and that is out number 2. And strike 3 there. Was expecting something off speed. 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts for James Wood today. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Can he bounce back here in his third at-bat? And he sure can! James Wood smokes that one into right center. It is off the wall. Center fielder is going to get it in, and James Wood now has 3 legs of the cycle on the season in just his second game. What a rocket this was. And here is the 0-2 from Boyle. Slider is rolled over towards second base. Nice play by the second baseman, spinning and winning and getting Wood. And it will be a 5th at-bat for James Wood here, who's 3 for 8 on the season. Harrisburg up 6-1. This looks like it's going to be a win for the Senators. And Wood drives this one here out towards center field. Center fielder's chasing, and the power of Wood is evident. Can't get that one to go deeper, but he can get it for a sac fly for the Senators. 7-1, some insurance. Nice job of getting the ball deep into the outfield there. In the final game of the series here against Somerset, it is a split 1-1 now between these 2 teams. James Wood is 3 for 8 with 3 RBIs. And a grounder here towards the hole. Nice sliding play with a second baseman. And James Wood is retired to start his afternoon. And a fastball low in the zone. Wood flies it to center. And he is going to be retired here. 0 for 2 on the day. And Wood is jammed again, flies it towards left field. It is caught. 0 for 3 now for James Wood in the 3rd game of this series. And that is going to do it. Just 3 at-bats for James Wood. Somerset seems like they won this one just 1-0. A 2-hit shutout for the Somerset pitching. An impressive win. Let's see it here. He was 3 for 11, struck out twice, hit a home run, and had 4 RBIs in 3 games to open up for the Senators in his season. He's going to be someone we want to keep an eye on. He's our top prospect. He's only 20 years old. Now, you look at the scouting, I put that on auto. I decided I want to let the computer find us a gem or a bust. We're going to still do the drafting itself, but we'll see the scouting that the computer comes up with. We're going to sim to May 11th, and then we're going to play a full game against the New York Mets at the start of next episode. We're going to pick one of those games, probably the one with the sexiest pitching matchup, and then we're going to player lock this series against Miami with a player of my choosing, and you can help me figure out in the comments who do you want to see me player lock with against the Marlins next episode, and then we're going to use the offense only against Detroit or San Diego. One of those 6 games we'll choose, but let's sim along here to mid-May and really keep this franchise going. That's how we're going to get seasons deep into this franchise and continue to build and move along quickly enough. And we get a trade offer there. We're going to decline all of those. Like I said last episode, we are going to make our next trade the day after the first-year player draft, which I believe is the first week of June. And after the simming here, we are 16-21. We're in last place in the NL East. It's tight atop the NL East. We're only 5 games back. Let's take a look at the stats. Matt Vierling's hitting a cool 308. Luis Garcia is struggling at 183. Juan Yepes also struggling. Yachty's hitting 257. Kiebert's hitting 264. Corey Dickerson's hitting 304. Oscar Colas is dominating, 313, 5 homers, and a team-leading 20 RBIs. I think that's a team lead so far. Yes, it is for our right fielder. Michael Chavis is struggling. C.J. Abrams is struggling. How's Alberto Madrid doing? He's hitting 425 with a home run, 7 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases off the bench. Goodness, Alberto Madrid. We might have to start starting him. How's the pitching doing? Mackenzie Gore, that is not that bad. Josiah Gray, it's a little bit worse. Trevor Williams, Pineda, Vince Velasquez, those are pretty solid numbers. Honestly, for what we've been given, it's not that bad. Chad Kuhl out of the pen, not doing too well. Jason Foley is struggling mightily. Sean Doolittle is doing very well. Erasmo Ramirez also doing well. Cianel Perez could be doing better. And all in all, not too bad. Matt Barnes is pitching well. 9 for 10 in save opportunities so far. Less than 1 ERA. And he's looked very good, it seems, so far for the Connecticut closer. The awards, I'm sure if you go, yep, look at Rookie of the Year, Alberto Madrid is leading the way so far. He's been dominating at the plate. Maybe that's who we play a lock with next episode. Or Oscar Colas. Maybe one of those two would be a good idea. And it seems like we're going to go with this Sunday matchup here. Max Scherzer versus Vince Velasquez in Hartford. That's how we're going to start off next episode. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure to leave comments about all the things I've been asking about, what you're excited about for this series. There's a lot of fun things to look forward to. This is a terrible team, and we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Next episode, we get to take on the Mets, the Marlins, and one of the Tigers or Padres. It's going to be a fun time. Make sure you come back for that. But until that next time, this has been Therios. You'll never walk alone.